After I gave my wife a kidney to save her life, she repaid me by confessing to cheating. Hello, Reddit I plus here. I never imagined that giving my wife a kidney would also give us a chance to heal in a way I didn't think possible. Emily and I had been together for 8 years, college sweethearts, partners through all of life's chaos. When she was diagnosed with kidney disease 2 years ago, I knew I'd do anything to save her. We were a perfect match in more ways than one. The surgery was intense. As I lay in that sterile hospital bed, watching the nurses wheel her away for her transplant, I felt an overwhelming sense of love and relief. We were getting a second chance. But 3 weeks later, as we sat together on our worn-out couch, the air felt heavy, like a storm was brewing. "There's something I need to tell you," Emily said, her voice barely above a whisper. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears. I reached out, thinking she was overwhelmed by gratitude or perhaps struggling with the aftermath of surgery. But then her confession tumbled out, raw and jagged. "I cheated on you," she choked out, tears spilling over. "Last year, when I thought I wouldn't make it. I was scared and I messed up. My heart felt like it had stopped, then restarted with a painful thud. I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. My mind screamed, 'I gave you my kidney and this is how you repay me?' But then, amidst my anger and hurt, I saw her, truly saw her. The woman I had loved for nearly a decade, broken and vulnerable, terrified of losing me not just to illness, but to her own mistakes. She sobbed, apologizing over and over, her words a chaotic mess of guilt and regret. In that moment, I faced a choice. Walk away from everything we'd built, or try to find a way forward. So I took a deep breath and asked, "Why now? Why tell me this now?" She looked up, her eyes filled with so much pain it hurt to see. "Because you saved me," she whispered, "and I couldn't let you keep loving a lie. I wanted to be worthy of this second chance you've given me." For the first time since her confession, I felt a spark of hope. It wouldn't be easy, but maybe, just maybe, we could rebuild from here. We started therapy, diving into conversations that tore us apart and stitched us back together. It was brutal, unflinchingly honest, and at times I wanted to walk away. But then I'd remember the day I decided to donate my kidney, not just to save her life, but to save our life. Slowly, we started to heal. The nights were long, filled with whispered apologies and shared memories. We found new ways to connect, late-night talks on the porch, weekend trips to quiet places where we could remember why we fell in love in the first place. There were setbacks, days when the pain felt too raw, when trust seemed like an impossible dream. But each time, Emily showed up, fighting for us, for me, for the future we'd dreamed of. And so did I. Months passed, and gradually, the wound began to scar over. We learned to laugh again, to dream again. We even started planning a trip, something we hadn't done in years, somewhere new, untouched by our past, where we could start fresh. One evening, as we watched the sun dip below the horizon, Emily turned to me, her eyes shimmering with tears, not of sadness but of gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered, "for giving me another chance, for saving my life twice." I squeezed her hand, feeling the steady beat of her pulse, my kidney working tirelessly within her. "We saved each other," I replied softly. And in that moment, I knew we would make it. We were stronger now, tested by fire, but tempered by forgiveness. Together, we stepped forward, into a future not without scars, but filled with hope. A second chance, not just at life, but at love.